Hello there, singing friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Mickey here, your friendly neighborhood singing coach. Today I'm going to be reacting to another Black Sabbath song. This is Snowblind, performed live in 1975. And Mike writes, this song was shown on ABC in 1975 on a show called Don Kirchner's Rock Concert. The song is a metaphor for cocaine addiction, and this live version even features fake snow as a stage prop. A couple of things to watch for are a young Ozzy Osbourne and Tony Iommi's homemade prosthetic middle two fingertips on his fretting hand. The fingertips were severed in an accident as a teenager while working at a sheet metal factory. Watching this gives a good feel for life as a teenager in the mid-70s, when everything was cooler than everything else. This song starts at 9:14. All right, well, let's jump right in. Pause it there for a moment. I didn't want to pause it because it's just so cool. So I'm sure a little bit of this is just like the grass is always greener, but it does seem like it was like a cooler time to attend concerts and to be a teenager, and that music was just cooler than it is now. Especially when you see images of people going to concerts now, and it's like everybody has their phone out and people are singing along to backing tracks, and a lot of it is like pre-recorded and it all sounds so like sanitized. And even the stuff that is more edgy, and like provocative. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick. Even the stuff that's more provocative seems more like provocative by committee, like it was decided upon by a record company that this is what's gonna cause a reaction and this is what's gonna get picked up, like we're gonna create a scandal in order that it's gonna be like a good marketing tactic. Whereas this just seems so much more organic, I love Ozzy's voice, and I think it's so cool to see him in this context. You know, I really know the Ozzy of like the Meet the Osbournes or Keeping Up with the Osbournes, whatever their reality show was called, where he almost was like a parody of himself at that point. I mean, he was still really cool, you know, but obviously the drugs had taken a toll, and he was like hard to understand when he talked, and seeing him in his prime like this is really cool. And his voice just has such a really emotive quality to it. I especially like the part of the song where it slowed down, you know, and it became almost like halftime. And I love that melody, the da 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 da. Whatever the melody was there, you know, each time, each phrase was like a little bit different, but I thought that was really beautiful. And there's something like tremulous about his voice at certain parts. It almost sounds like vibrato, but it's not, you know, where he doesn't have exactly a straight tone, but there's like a little bit of oscillation in it, and it sounds really cool. And also just like how like heavy the music is and how powerful it sounds, and yet it's still like very melodic, you know. It's really cool. And obviously seeing Tony Iommi's homemade prosthetic fingertips, I mean, what a drive to do something, you know? You want to be a musician and you have this like tragic accident, but that doesn't stand in your way, and you continue on to become this accomplished, amazing musician that's world famous and does so much innovative stuff, you know? So just to see that somebody wants to do something so much, and like passion is so important in like success, you know what I mean? That drive to overcome whatever stands in your way. And I always tell that to my students, like, it's more important, if you're passionate about something, you're gonna make progress, you know? It's not about like being born with a talent or whatever. You have to really love it and really want it, and that's what's gonna make you succeed. So I just think it's incredible that he would go to those lengths to create his own prosthetic fingers and really to pursue his musical dream despite having this tragic accident. So anyway, I've talked for long enough. Let's continue.
We'll be back with more of Black Sabbath on Don Kirchner's rock concert with Mahogany.
Well, it would have been awesome to be at that concert. I really loved Tony Iommi's soloing, especially there was like this cool like trill thing that he was doing, you know, where it's like, and his tone was amazing. And it's just, they're so cool. And have you noticed that everybody in the 70s had like amazing hair? Like, how come they had better hair than we have now with all of the products that we have? I don't know if it's like the silicons in our shampoos or whatever, but their hair always just looked so good with like the natural texture and everything. Very, very cool. Love the fashions. But yeah, that was kick-ass. I want to read the lyrics because I couldn't totally understand all of the words. What you get and what you see, things that don't come easily. Feeling happy in my vein, icicles within my brain. Something blowing in my head, winter's ice, it soon will spread. Down to freeze my very soul, makes me happy, makes me cold. My eyes are blind, but I can see. The snowflakes glisten on the trees. The sun no longer sets me free. I feel the snowflakes freezing me. Let the winter sun shine on. Let me feel the frost of dawn. Build my dreams on flakes of snow. Soon I'll feel the chilling glow. Right? Don't you think I know what I'm doing? Don't tell me that it's doing me wrong. You're the one that's really the loser. This is where I feel I belong. Crystal world with winter flowers, turn my days to frozen hours. Lying snowblind in the sun, will my ice age ever come? Great lyrics, really, really good. So I think that really captures how you feel so energized and like confident when you take cocaine, but really it's only an illusion, right? And eventually it's all gonna come crashing down, and it makes you feel like insensitized to emotions. You're just like on this high. So you can't feel like the actual beauty of the world and the things that are really meaningful, right? So the sun no longer warms you and everything is cold. And I especially like the line, turn my days to frozen hours, right? Because it's like you're losing all of this time to this addiction. And how you're like overconfident and think that you know everything and that you're going to succeed no matter what, right? Don't you think I know what I'm doing? You're the one that's really the loser. So I think that is such a good metaphor for somebody who's a cocaine addict, and how it gives you this like illusion of invincibility, but really it's all just like this facade and this dream. So I think that's really cool. I really love it. And I love the staging. I love the fake snow, the whole vibe of the song. And his voice is just so distinctive. You know, there's something really cool about his tone, and it's so unique. Like you can just tell that it's him when you hear it. So I think that's something that's kind of lost nowadays when everything sounds like sausage from the sausage factory, you know? So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really cool. And I wish I could go back in time and experience it live, but it's still really cool to watch it now. So thank you for sharing, Mike, and hopefully you enjoyed my reaction. And I'll see you guys here next time. Until then, take care. And of course, happy singing. Bye.